Aloha, and welcome to the stunning Grand Wailea here in beautiful Maui, Hawaii. I have the distinct pleasure of being joined by someone I've really come to regard as a friend, and that is our SMACNA president, Tom Martin. How's it going, Tom?
Good, Seth. Good to be here.
First off, before we begin, I want to thank you for everything you've done for the association, and also just thank you for your partnership. You have been absolutely delightful to work with over this past year.
I'm not a big social media guy, but I've worked with your department in Susanna. As you know, everywhere I went, I've taken pictures, kind of kept you in a loop on where I have been. 160 days this year, and I've always gotten good feedback and input on all the places I've been to via your team with the social media engagement. So it's been great.
Well, thanks for helping us out with that. Really appreciate it, and thank you for representing us so well since we last had this little talk in Palm Desert. So let's take a moment to reflect on your presidency. Like, what do you regard as some of the biggest successes that you've had over the last year?
I think converting a lot of our great deliverables into podcast content, changing to podcast webinars from the traditional white papers, 5 times attraction that our contractors are reviewing those podcasts. I think that's been great. Tutorials on our TRC side with Eli Howard's department. We have over 85 associate members now. I've always been a big advocate of associate members and engaging vendors, reps, equipment vendors. We see more collaboration than any time in our industry as far as pre-construction and teaming and aligning with not only partners, but associate members, vendors, reps, insurance vendors, the whole thing. So I've always been a big advocate, so I'm very happy that we've been pushing over 85 associate members. We've dived into partnerships because some of these big projects are so big, and we've been involved with some of them. You have to align yourself with other SMACNA contractors to meet the schedules for our customers. And we have more peer groups, more peer contractors and peer groups than any time in SMACNA's history. I think those are great things. We continue to work on workforce development. Some areas need certain things in their market via inclusion or just onboarding. Some areas have different challenges with regards to workforce development. So I think we've done a good job of making sure that that's out there for our contractors around the country to use.
And one of the things I've heard you always talk about, it's a phrase I think you've said to me a couple of years ago, was an engaged contractor is the best contractor. That's been one of your core tenets throughout your presidency.
I think if you're engaged in the industry, locally, nationally, attend functions, networking is huge in our industry. And the more relationships you can build, the more opportunities you have to secure work or execute work. Labor shortages we see through the Midwest. I've been traveling, even in my state of Ohio, we see it. So sometimes if you secure fast track work, well, you better have some partnerships or relationships to align to not only execute the job, but get the job done in a timely basis to meet the customer's goals.
How else have you seen the industry kind of evolve and change since you've been at TH Martin and then also in SMACNA? Like, how have you seen the industry shift? Because in 4 years since I've been here, the conversation have changed. I mean, we were kind of just getting out of COVID. Now it's mega project, staffing. How have you seen the change?
I think customers want a good team. Some customers want the lowest number, plan and spec, hard bid numbers. That still continues around the country. I think savvy customers want a collaborative approach, and they want a good team from engineer, construction manager, down to the mechanical contractor, sheet metal contractor, and our subs. So I think it's more of a collaborative approach, more pre-construction, where you're engaged early in the process, more so than the traditional plan and spec that used to be the normalcy in our business for years.
And that kind of our niche where we can go, because our skilled contractors, we have the most skilled labor force out there and available. People are trained, people are brought on board, they know what they're doing, trained in every vocation, every skill set, and I think that's what our biggest asset is. Our people are the best.
4 to 5 year apprenticeship training. We have OSHA 30 trained, most drug-free areas. We have a labor pool. That's why we want to be a union sheet metal contractor, right? To have a labor pool to pull from to meet goals and meet job schedules. Yes, I think we have the most talented people. And not only that, but our contractors have very good project management team, and we have financial stability. So we can bond projects, we can finance projects if needed on a fast track job. So not only is it from a union standpoint, but non-bargaining. I mean, a lot of our contractors have the finances and the wherewithal to get these fast track projects done. And that's important.
One of the greatest aspects of your presidency, it's just remarkable to watch, is the tremendous partnership, which goes back a long way with Mike Coleman. Like, how does it feel that you had the opportunity to serve at the top bar association with GP Coleman, obviously as our general president, Smart? Like, how's that worked out for you?
Mike Coleman used to work for T.H. Martin for over 10 years. He was a great field leader for us, great foreman. Enjoyed working with him. He was tough, but he was good. And then I had to deal with Mike when I don't know if deals is the right term, but I'm going to use it, 4 CBAs locally. He was business manager, Local 33. I was a president locally in Cleveland. And so I dealt with him on negotiations. We didn't agree on everything, but we are big picture people. And we can help his memberships and help our contractors and maybe expand market share. We're always willing to do. I still have a strong relationship, played golf with him yesterday, enjoyed my time with him. It concerns me at times things don't trickle down locally. Our relationship, the synergy is really strong nationally. We've tried to penetrate markets to no avail. We'll continue to do that. Some areas we've seen improvement and we've helped and supported areas, but it's an ongoing issue, it's an ongoing battle. We will continue to work together. And even as I transition out to past president and maybe getting off the executive board in a couple years, we talk once a month. I anticipate we will continue talking. I consider him a friend, and so really good on a national level. We got to keep working locally to help some markets and areas out.
That open door policy, I think, just makes a world of difference. Like, you can call him once a month and just talk even about anything mundane outside a shop. You can just talk about mundane and continue relationship building.
It evolves where he has a question or heard something, and it evolves into I have some questions for him, or we just talk about other markets, other areas, maybe some signatory things, some jurisdictional things. Sometimes we just talk about, hey, how are you? How's the golf game? When you coming back home? Maybe we'll have dinner, have a drink. I have a good relationship with him, and really, I think we have a very strong relationship with John, Daniel, Daryl Roberts, Tommy Wyant, now Lance, the new assistant general president. The synergy is strong nationally. Again, we got to keep working on trying to help areas out locally.
And I want to go back to relationship building on another aspect. You have been one of the strongest advocates, strongest contractors when it comes to engaging with our lawmakers. Why is it so important for our members to become involved in the legislative and political process? Because you've set such a standard yourself with your level of engagement locally. Why is that so important?
Yeah, thank you. And I love working with Stan. And I Democrats, Republicans, I do fundraising for everybody. And really, hey, a lot of it's educational, as you know, Seth. Making sure they understand accredited apprenticeships, project labor agreements, how we can offer young men and women middle-class opportunities, good pay with great benefits, eliminate college debt if a young man or woman wants to get right into the trade, and learn a skill set. So it's amazing to me when we bring politicians through our JATCs or shop tours of our facility that they are very surprised on the training, how we fund it internally. We don't ask for any money from the federal government nor the state government. Our contractors and the union, SMART, internally fund our apprenticeship programs. And we tell them, hey, when they top out 4 or 5 years, they're making, between whatever market you're in, 40 to 60 to 70 bucks an hour, plus great benefits. I've not had one politician, governor, mayor, congressman, senator say, they all love workforce development. They say this is what we'd like to see. So it's tough sometimes, especially on a conservative Republicans. But normally they don't. When it comes to workforce development and giving opportunities for their constituents in their areas, they're all for it.
Oh yeah, I bet.
So I think that's why it's important to me. Before I came here, I just was with our mayor of Cleveland, and I was talking to him about some of the things we're doing, and he talks locally safety and opportunities. We can provide the second.
So speaking of opportunity, Tom, what's next? Because you're going to be leaving the presidency soon. What's next for you?
I'll continue to be on some task force and steering committees nationally, a couple committees locally. I will support our executive staff and Todd Hill moving forward. If they need my advice, I'm there. But I kind of, hey, it's next man up. Let them do what they need to do, but I'm here for them, and I'll offer advice and support. I want to start traveling on my own. I've been able to travel a ton for SMACNA. It's been great. My daughter's now in Chicago. My son's in Flagstaff, Arizona, so I'm going to be able to go visit them a little bit more and maybe do some traveling on my own in lieu of industry travel. And either take up golf, get back into playing some golf or tennis or pickleball. I got to figure out, I'm going to have some free time.
Hobbies.
So I'll figure it out in one of those.
Well, Tom, we've been, once again, I just want to say thank you for your friendship, for your partnership, everything you've done for our association. It's been a great year, and we know you're not gonna go away, but it's been great. Your service has been much appreciated, and thank you for everything you've done.
Thanks, Seth.
Thank you.